to buy good clamps. Okay, Dennis and I have all bunch of Bestie clamps. I don't know if you can see them on the wall back there.
Uh-huh.
If you bought one clamp a week, okay, just one, in a week you'll have 52 clamps. A lot of guys says, well, I can't afford to go out and buy 20 clamps right now. Just buy one or two. And then next week, when you're driving by Home Depot, pick up another one for $30. $30
Right.
you can buy a hamburger and a thing of,
Yeah, we got the breakfast and it's twice that.
Before I met you guys, I bought a bunch of clamps on Amazon. Cheap clamps. I could afford to buy them all at once, and within a week I had no clamps.
They all broke.
They all broke.
Yes.
Buy cheap, buy twice. I'm telling you. Here's another thing. If you're going to do a project and you're going to need a clamp to do one time in your whole life, buy the cheap one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
But we're in this. I've logged in over 55,000 hours of woodworking,
And he keeps track.
and I keep tracking it too. And
Seriously.
And when I started, I bought a lot of cheap tools. And it's a long story, but I threw the brakes on that after about 2 years. I said, I can't do this anymore. Because I wanted, the more you step up the game, if you want to sell your stuff, you can get more money for it. You want to make dog houses or picnic tables? Yeah, you'll sell them for $50. But if you want to sell high-end, fine furniture, you've got to invest in it. And you'll reap the reward of it. It'll come back where you go, man, I just sold a table for $5,000. Okay? Yeah. But you're not going to sell a table for $5,000 that looks like a piece of crap. You're not going to do it. That clientele is not going to buy a junky table. Maybe for their backyard, they'll give you $50 for it. Where do you want to go with it?
Okay.
Okay?
Think
about it. Just give it some deep thought. And
you do. It pays to invest in a good tool. You'll have it the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Whereas, like repeatedly buying a piece of junk from Harbor Freight.
Exactly.
Or I have a mixer I use for drywall. That was my first one. It's a Black & Decker. And I keep praying for that thing to die, but it just keeps running and running and running.
Yeah,
well, that's when Black & Decker made good stuff.
I've gotten to the point where I try and invest in good things, even if it's just every so often. And cheaper things do have their place, for sure, for certain projects. But overall, I try and invest in stuff that's going to last.
Do you know how many Milwaukee routers I've sent in for repair?
How many?
0. None.
Okay.
Never.
Well,
and I'm not praying they die either.
Yeah. That's the next one I've been shopping for, so that's really good to know.
Buy Milwaukee. A ½ inch. No question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Any others?
Machinery. As far as machinery goes, you look on Facebook Marketplace and there's another one too that I was Craigslist.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to get a table saw that has rust on it. I totally took mine apart, got rid of the rust, rebuilt the whole thing, and it cost me nothing.
Yeah.
And it's what? It's worth. I could sell it now for a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
I only picked it up for $200.
Right.
Yeah.
So as long as you can take it apart and rebuild it, do that.
And
you'll save a lot of money.
On that same thought, you take it apart and you build it, and you understand the machine and you can make it perfectly accurate. That's the key.
Yeah.
I got a question. You know, I have a lot of the Bessie clamps too, but yeah, dang it, them little red things keep popping off all the time. You know, I've got the ones where, you know, you one-handed ones, you know, and then that darn red thing. Well, then I had the ones with the round, I forget which, Bessie Juniors, I don't know. And then the doggone red thing popped off and I can't find it.
Yeah.
I'm like, should I super glue them on or what?
Epoxy.
Call Bessie Clamps and tell them. Did you buy them from Rockler?
Yes.
Call Rockler and say, hey, I'm really unhappy with my clamps. They keep breaking, or I'd call our Rockler. I know you've had some good interactions. I mean, they want to know, and Bessie wants to know, if there is a problem with their products. Again, don't be afraid to call Rockler or Bessie. In fact, we really want people, if there's a problem, to take that step to call them, and because you're helping us.
Yeah, those are the clamps, not like yours, but like those orange ones with the little rubber tip that slides on.
Yeah.
I glue
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I glue mine.
What do you put, epoxy or super glue? I'd recommend epoxy.
I epoxied it.
Yeah.
I've also used a softer wood, but if your clamps have a little silicone, it's easier for the glue to peel off. And if you use wood, you can just sand it off. Either way works. If you can't find the rubber boot, just get a little piece of wood.
All right, well, our time is almost at an end for today. Actually, we have a new arrival here. Trevor, you want to say hi?
Trevor Grant? Oh, I shouldn't say his name. Trevor. Is that Trevor?
I think he's on mute.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Which one? Is he the one on the bottom?
Yeah, just.
I don't-
I have a couple of friends come over on Saturday mornings, and I think that
Yep,
is
that's
that
Trevor.
Hey, glad you made it, Trevor. So anyway,
Yep.
if you happen to be in Southern California, give me a call or give me whatever. As long as we don't have 50 people. But,
All right. So, like I said, everyone, thanks for showing up today, and if